Everyone says ARTAVIA is the dream community north of Houston. But is it really that perfect? Because behind the lake views and the lifestyle marketing, there are a few things most buyers don't find out until after they've moved in. So guys, today I'm pulling back the curtain on what life in ARTAVIA Conroe is really like. The prices, the schools, the good, the bad, and the wish I knew stuff no one tells you. I'm Jenn Dodds, your no-fluff, full-disclosure Houston realtor, so let's get started. ARTAVIA sits in Conroe, Texas, off Highway 242 and Highway 1314, right between the Woodlands and Porter, located in Montgomery County. You're about 10 to 15 minutes to I-45, 25 minutes to the Woodlands Mall, and around 45 minutes to an hour to downtown Houston, obviously depending on traffic. This community covers 2,842 acres, planned for more than 5,000 homes, miles of trails, parks, and about 120 acres of future retail and mixed-use development. The good news is a new entrance off Highway 1314 just opened, making it much easier to get in and out than when it first opened. So location-wise, you're tucked into nature, but you're close enough to everything you need, but far enough from city noise to still actually hear the crickets. Now, let's talk about the really important part, the homes, because this is where expectations and reality can truly collide. ARTAVIA partners with 10 respected builders: David Weekley, Highland, Perry, Chesmar, Beezer, Ravenna, Weston, Coventry, J. Patrick, and Jamestown Estate Homes. The David Weekleys build on 45, 50, and 65 lots, and they start in the mid-300s. Highland Homes has 50 to 60-foot lots, and they start about 380 to 480. Perry Homes start around the 370,000 mark, but they go well into the 600s. Beezer and Ravenna start in the mid to 600s. While Jamestown Estate Homes, those are big 80-foot custom lots, and they're going to start in the mid 800,000s. Across the community, the average new build price sits between $520,000 to $530,000. Sounds good until you factor in the extras. Lot premiums, upgrades, and design center choices can easily add 10 to 20% to that base price. So the community now has 17 model homes, and several builders offer their higher-end art collection designs. These are elevated architecture, big rotundas, modern finishes, and artistic details that set them apart from that typical suburban cut-and-paste design. You're also going to find seasonal builder incentives, things like closing cost credits, free upgrades, or even generator packages, so you always have to ask what the current incentive is. But guys, here's the no-fluff truth. That starting in the 380 sign out front, that's the teaser price. So before you fall in love with the model, you have to ask what that out-the-door number is. That's your lot, your upgrade, your elevation, and everything that's actually included. And since we're talking numbers, let's hit the fees and taxes. HOA fees in ARTAVIA depend on the section and lot size, but most run just under $1,200 a year. So some of the larger sections, like the J. Patrick's 55-foot lots, are going to come in closer to under $1,300 annually. Property taxes here average around 2.9% of your home's appraised value. So if you buy a home around $525,000, expect roughly around $15,000 a year in taxes, plus about $100 a month in HOA when you spread it out. Now here's something that catches a lot of people off guard when it's time to sell. Yes, ARTAVIA has a community enhancement fee that the owner is required to pay when the property transfers. In 2024, this one-time fee was $1,150, but it's reviewed annually and it can change. So it's part of your closing cost, and it's a separate charge from your regular HOA dues or title transfer fees. It's not a deal breaker, guys. It's just something to be aware of so you're not blindsided when it's closing or when it's eventually time to sell. Again, this is why it pays to know the real numbers before you move into any community. Here's where ARTAVIA really shines, guys. At the heart of the community is Dappled Park, a 13-acre amenity center surrounding a 5-acre lake. You got paddle boats, a boardwalk, the 24-hour gym, and a real lakeside cafe with patio seating. There's a splash pad, playgrounds, open lawn for events, miles of wooded trails with art installations called artscapes, and even meditation and rain gardens for quiet spots away from the crowds. There's also a full-time lifestyle director whose entire job is planning community events, food trucks, color runs, movie nights, wine tastings, anything, you name it, they plan it. Residents can even use the Simply ARTAVIA app to RSVP for events and to keep up with the community updates. Now, before you get any ideas about jumping into the lake, don't do it. Swimming is not allowed in this lake. It's for paddle boats only, and the water is untreated. If you want to use Dapple Park regularly, I do suggest trying to buy a home closer to the amenity center. However, there are sections that are just a short walk away or a quick drive. The bottom line, guys, is ARTAVIA delivers a resort-style lifestyle with real community energy. You just have to budget for it. All right, guys, this next part's super important, schools. ARTAVIA is zoned to Conroe ISD, and that's one of the top-rated districts in Texas. The current schools are San Jacinto Elementary, Grangerland Intermediate, Moorhead Junior High, and Caney Creek High School. Each campus is about a 10-minute drive and maintains student-to-teacher ratios in the mid-teens. Conroe ISD has a 96% graduation rate, a dropout rate under 1%, and was recognized by Forbes as one of the top school districts to work for in Texas. The developer also sold 15.75 acres inside ARTAVIA to Conroe ISD for a future elementary or intermediate school. Construction hasn't started yet, but the land is secured, so families moving in now could eventually have a campus right inside the neighborhood. And through the Bright Future programs, ARTAVIA actively supports local schools like San Jacinto and Moorhead with resources and donations. So you're not just in a good district, you're in a community that actually invests and supports its schools. So just remember to double-check zoning maps before you buy. Conroe ISD lines can shift as growth continues, which could be with any school district in Texas. All right, here's the real talk, guys. Pros and cons. So the pros are it's resort-style amenities that actually deliver. You get modern homes with tons of design variety, which is kind of unheard of. You have the strong Conroe ISD schools and future on-site campus, which people are super stoked about. You have an active community with constant events and connection. And it's still early enough for potential equity and growth. You can get a really stellar deal right now. So let's talk cons because we have to be real here. Commute times. Guys, downtown Houston is a haul. If you're planning on moving there and driving to downtown, make sure you think it through. Taxes and HOA fees are higher than the older neighborhoods, which is with all new build communities. Retail and restaurants inside ARTAVIA are still coming, but the good news is they're coming. Some sections are still under construction, so you have to be able to understand that and live with that. It's a trade-off. You get design, nature, and community vibes in exchange for a longer commute and higher monthly cost. So the big question, is ARTAVIA worth it? If you want a vibrant, connected lifestyle with new construction and a true sense of community, then yes, absolutely it's worth it. If you're looking for low taxes and a 15-minute drive to downtown, it's not worth it for you. Either way, ARTAVIA is one of the most visually stunning and well-planned master plan communities in all of Montgomery County. Guys, I'm Jenn Dodds, your no-fluff, full disclosure Houston, Texas realtor. And if you're thinking about buying or building in Conroe, the Woodlands, or anywhere in Houston, reach out. I'll help you navigate the builders, the contracts, and the fine print so you can buy smart and confident. Hit like, subscribe, and drop your questions below. I'll see you in the next one.